back on the FieldPulse. For one, I know the award you guys won. I'm sorry, I should know this and I don't, but what is the award that you guys just won?
Oh my gosh. We won number one, and I'm honest, I don't know how many categories. I think it's 4 or 5 different categories that we won. Ease of use, most innovative, best customers. I don't even know, honestly.
I felt bad too. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. My bad, dude.
And so for me personally, I just said this the other day to our CEO and there's someone else who was, I can't remember who was sitting there, but I said, I'm honestly surprised at how much attention this has garnered us, because I thought of G2 as me, just a normal guy. I thought of G2 as like, this is going to sound weird, but like other software stuff, like Adobe, software and like creative soft. I don't know. I just didn't think about it for us, but then the announcements came out, the awards came out, and now, I mean, it's in all of we standardize our email signatures, and we've put out some branding and, some advertising and stuff.
Oh,
And the
that,
amount of people who tag that now as where they saw us, it took me by surprise personally.
yeah, it's funny you said that because I'm looking at Mr. Michael Hoffman's email from FieldPulse.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was best ease of use, happiest users, and software advice most recommended. But yeah, that's awesome, man, and good for you guys. So how long has FieldPulse been around? Like, how long have they been an option?
So Gabe Pinchev started it in 2015. To look at the history of the business, it seemed like Gabe and the developers, right, were they were building and they were, gaining some traction, and it takes a long time because there's so much development in the back end for something like this to bring something like this to market. And so to look at the history of the business, it was slow and steady. It was steady, but it was slow. And then it seemed like something happened about mid like 2 years ago. Gabe can speak to more of what it was, but my own interpretation of looking at the history of the business, something clicked, something changed, something happened. And now we have some months where every business has financial projections, has, forecasting, and it's a different scale where our projection is and where our actual is. We have to zoom the scale out because the numbers are so different.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool to be a part of.
that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Say you don't know me. I walk up on the street. You tell me you work for FieldPulse, and I tell you, hey, man, I'm looking to use one of these CRMs, FSMs. I'm not sure which one to use. What is your pitch to people? Like, hey, if you're looking, this is why you should look here, if that makes sense.
It does. I just had this conversation on Friday, and we are trying to figure it out. We're trying to back engineer it. And here's my elevator pitch, if you will. Our customer service team, not to make the equivalency, but it's like insurance. You need it. You don't really know that you need it until you need it. And then if anybody has ever had, and I have personally had a positive experience with insurance, it changes your perception about insurance. So now to tie that into customer service, you're on a sales call with anybody, and this is ubiquitous to all. They're going to, say everything's great and you're going to be so happy here and blah, blah, blah. They're going to sell you, right? That's their job, is to sell you. But they're not going to always explain, and you're not always going to think about, yeah, but what if I don't know what something does? Or what if my intuition can't figure this out? Well, good luck calling any other customer service team in our industry with our competitors. We are the only ones who actually put significant resources into our customer service team, that actually put significant resources, one word, but like we really rely, even internally, we rely on our own customer service team. They know the product inside and out. I have never seen them get stumped, ever. Nobody has ever come across a situation or, something that it's a bug or, or something. Our customer service is second to none. And to bring it back to where I started, we need to figure out a way to push that, because like I said, it's one of those, I don't even say necessary evil. That's not the right way to put it, but It's one of those things that you need that you don't know that you need until you're looking around and and it's froze. Is it my phone? Is it the software? Is it my internet connection? Well, we can look at that. We can get into the back end of our own software and say, yes, actually, it is a bug. We did have a slight outage. We should be back on 20 minutes. Or there are certain people in our company who can even say, no, you dropped a cell signal in your loading. That's why it didn't work. They can look into that, and it's a little creepy, but they can.
And it's a good pitch. It just means that you guys, you give a shit. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, we got them as a customer. Oh, now they're so invested they won't leave. We got them. Because I feel like a lot of companies, and not just CRMs, FSMs, whatever we're talking about, companies in general, they do so much in the marketing to get somebody that, like we just talked about, some of these, it's changing one of these is not simple. It's the way you
No,
run your business. It's a big step. So people get scared, and when they do it, they're not going to do it like again. If God forbid they don't like it or don't get the service they want, they're like, well, we're going to have to deal with it. Because for one, maybe we can't afford to, we locked into a contract or whatever it is. So one that cares and it's like, hey, yes, welcome aboard, welcome to the family, whatever the motto is. And then it's, how can we help you? We're going to help you. This is how you put the people in. This is how you do this. Like, that's huge.
not to cut you off, but I've had multiple conversations with our customer service team, who also does onboarding and training and all that kind of stuff. I'm a huge advocate for, if you personally, your business, if you're running a different FSM, keep using it while you get FieldPulse set up. That's the way I came onto it myself. Was I initially only used it for estimates because of that email sign and accept feature and the invoices that I could get paid through email. That's all I did for like a month or two. I kept my HouseCall Pro account because I was familiar with it, because I didn't want to take the chance. And so we have lots of people, business owners, who get signed on only as themselves, and they only have one user. They get to know, they get all their customers imported, right? They sync up their QuickBooks, they get it all working. They give it to one tech and they let him use it. Their lead tech, and they give it to him, they get him rolling on it, and then everyone else literally just falls in line. And so, don't just shut down one on Friday and come up with another one on Monday. Take your time, take it easy. Let's learn this, because it's almost the difference between Apple and Google, right? Where the menus are different, the intuition of what buttons to push, right? And what things does certain things. I had an iPhone for about 4 months. I hated it because my brain doesn't work like iPhones are set up. And so I've been Android all my whole life. And so that's kind of what this comes down to, is the intuition, the ease of use, those awards that we won. It's because we think through the use case, we think through the use process in the most intuitive way that we can possibly design.
No, that makes perfect sense. And just to hear this, I'll read a few of these real fast. So I won't say these people's name, but it says, I've been using FieldPulse software for over a year and I am very happy with it. The product itself is user friendly and has a great design. What I really like about the company, besides their product, is their customer service. When I ask for help, I receive a quick reply and solution to my issue. The added bonus is that I always connect with the same customer service reps, so they already know me and my business.
Yep.
Let's see here. Customer service is king, and FieldPulse has what it takes to set the standard. They are super fast, easily accessible, and want to help. Not to mention, they offer a litany. Look at this Pierce using big words. Litany
Hmm.
of useful features that has really helped me and my business. Thank you, FieldPulse, for being you. And this is reviews, guys, that I'm literally reading from them. So this isn't me making stuff up. And here, let's just go. I'm going to scroll past and I'm going to read another random one. Let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Just got on board with FieldPulse and they have been the best. The support team is great and the value of the system is better than any other field service management I've used. So he just sat here and talked about customer service being a key. He didn't sit here and go over all the different features they offer, which is a tremendous amount. I can tell you that. You can look it up online. He's talking about their customer service and how they care. They're there to help. I just read 3 random reviews on their website from a shit ton, and Every single one of them says something about their customer service.